Hi James, so this is my house here, and mostly having problems with the battens, and I'm gonna walk up to here and give you some good footage here so you can see your recommendation. So here's a good example. There's a batten. Now there's a gap between that and the flashing, so you would think this one would be okay, but you can see as make sure I'm getting it. You can see it splitting there. Go further up, splitting. You know, that's another one. This looks like an installation issue. It's sitting pretty close to on top of the flashing, just splitting at the bottom. Splitting at the bottom again. But it's this one that's not on the flashing. It seems to be an appropriate gap and splitting. Same thing with this one next to it. So flashing, there's a gap, splitting here, splitting here, splitting here. So that would tell me if it's splitting up high, that water is getting behind this, or this paint is not sufficient. I don't know why it'd be splitting. So I'm just gonna walk around. So here's another piece of batten. You can see the splitting there. Here's the other piece, more splitting there. Splitting here, not as bad there. All my windows, all the trim work below the windows, all this here, it's all splitting. Now I had caulked and repainted this a few years ago when it started, but it just seems to be getting worse. More splitting. Let's walk into some other areas. Now the weird part is, so in this area of the house, plenty of room, nice gap. The flashing's even like the batten actually comes over the flashing, and so it's definitely not a flashing issue, but you can see the bottom here, or maybe on the side because of the way the sun is. It's cracking, definitely at the bottom. You go up high in that one, it doesn't look too bad. This one too, I'm not sure if you're gonna be able to see it with the shade there. It's cracking at the bottom, cracking at the bottom. Let me go to another location here where we got better sunlight maybe. But it seems to be the batten, not the boards, just the batten. So here's a corner. So this is my house here, right? And you can see we're doing it. It's not a batten, but it's a, and it looks like, see this paint here? It just looks like it's failing when I compare it to my neighbors. And you can see the wood seems to be a little exposed in these areas. It needs to be repainted, cracking here. Here's another piece of trim that I've corrected years ago, but you can see all of this had split. And I've repainted and caulked, but I don't know where the water would be getting in. Why is this? Is it a paint failure? Here's another window piece here. Let me give you the full picture. So that's the window. This is piece. So this looks good. It's this piece down here. So here's the window. I've been painting and caulking this. Just seems to split on me like the other ones. And this is like this for all the window pieces. These again, here's another side, another corner. This almost looks like just maybe crappy paint here, but it's starting to split. So here's where these battens are here. If I zoom in, you can't see, and I can't get up high enough, but it just looks like the paint's not good. It comes off, gets water. Here's a good corner piece. can see it starting to split. So all my battens at the bottom are definitely splitting. Here's a good one. So this one, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You can see that one splitting at the bottom too. So I don't know what the best solution is here. Because the odd part is there's some area of the house where in the back kind of corner here. Let's see what these look like. So that one's starting to split. Yeah, this one, some of them no, but like this one is splitting too. So I don't know if it's installed incorrectly. Let's look at these. I can get real close to. These look okay for the most part. You can see this one's starting to split. On the side of this one, you can just see like the paint doesn't look like it's good. But like this one, looks fine. Good paint, no splitting. So I'm not sure if you can make some recommendations here. Do I have paint failure? What? Where they're starting to split.